guys, so now we're going to install our chain guide. Now we use TM designs, but we actually modify them. We clearance this out to fit our swing arms. So first thing you're going to do is take your sprocket off. You're going to take this, it's going to come with a bolt in it. You're just going to take that out, stretch it a little bit. Just work it around your swing arm, around your motor. It's a little tight, but it does go right on, just like that. And now you're just going to go back on over here. Slide your bolt through with your washer and your nut. And when you snug that down, it'll be right on the swing arm. Now guys, it's very important when you install your rotor adapter bolts, use some red Loctite on these. Same thing with all of your rotor bolts themselves, definitely throw some Loctite on there. Here's another shot of the front caliper clearance. You can see why we actually shave part of the caliper on some models. Not all of them require this, but on the Yamahas, they just have a very large caliper. So we always check fitment, make sure you got clearance there. Let's see if I can zoom in here. Very tight fit, but we're running modern larger dirt bike brakes on these. So sometimes you gotta do some shaving and some fitment. You can see our front hub with the 10-inch wheel, rotor adapter. You're mounting your original dirt bike disc on this rotor adapter. We put the axle flush on this model. Got our spacers on each side. Always make sure you have enough stick out over here so you can get your washer and your nut all the way on. You don't want this thing hanging off, so always check fitment, make sure everything looks right. Very important. That's pretty much it, guys. Okay guys, so everyone asks me what number plates we run with our triple clamps. If we're not running a headlight, we actually like to use the Husqvarna dirt bike number plate. We actually just simply trim the bottom of the plate off like this, pair of tin snips, and then clean your edge up with a razor blade. It leaves these two little pieces sticking down. So now I come over here and I have a bracket that we include with our triple clamps. And we have a threaded insert right here. So all we do is we line this up, and I quite simply just drill 2 holes in this 200X fender. This will slip down into the fender and then bolt right here. Super clean setup. It clears all the cables. It actually acts as a cable guide when it's mounted right here. Keeps your cables where they should be. Keeps everything super clean. You don't have any annoying tabs up here. So We try to keep everything as clean as possible. It is a little bit extra. You do have to buy a number plate if you want to run one like this, or you can make your own mounts for your plate, but this is what we recommend to use for the $15 that they are. So all you do is you hold this up right here, line up your bolt hole, and try to set your angle of your number plate so it's not too far back. You don't want that pushed in look, so I try to set it just about right there. And then go back a little bit and just mark with a marker directly in front of those little pins. And now you're gonna drill 2 holes here that I would say is slightly smaller than the tip of this. Just, you want this to kind of press into it, and it will expand out when you press it down, and it'll hold it nice and tight. So this is a 5/16 drill bit. I'm gonna start there and see how it fits. Just gonna very carefully drill these holes. Grab the air gun. Now, take the number plate, stick it down into the holes. See, that slides right down. I'm actually going to open that hole up slightly so that this goes a little bit farther down. That's pretty much it. So, if you guys don't know what this is a deburring tool. Just take it and clean up your holes. Gives a nice finish when you can get all the pieces out. Just like that. Alright, so now, slide this on. Try it again. So now that goes all the way down. Now we're going to bolt it onto our bracket. Simple as that. Well guys, she's coming together pretty good. Got the subframe all mocked up. We actually decided to go with a Honda seat and plastic on this build. It's honestly what we keep in stock for most of our builds, so it kind of made sense for us. And on top of that, we like the way it fits, and we like the seat height that it provides. Kind of see what we've been working at here. It's a bit of a process creating a subframe from scratch when you haven't done it before. Definitely takes some time, but if you take your time and make sure everything's perfect, it's amazing how it turns out. Yeah, this build's gonna sit nice. It's our intake tube. It's gonna go into the intake there. Another project that was shipped to us today. Another CRF 450R. He actually crated it up himself. He took the bike apart. So that was pretty cool. Looks like he did a nice job. I'm gonna open it up actually in a bit here. A little bit of a drive. Just want to show you guys a quick process of how we actually draw parts for our plasma cutter. And I apologize if the video is a little bit funny looking. It just does that when you're videoing the screen. But as you can see here, I needed to make a front seat post mount. So quickly just sketched it out. We actually scanned that in, brought it in as a PDF. This is now our tracing of that. There's many tools in Corel Draw that you can use to actually draw your part. For example, when you're drawing it, you can go right here. You get the idea. Obviously we would clean this up, but everything starts out as a 2D image for plasma cutting. So there's our finished drawing. It's already grouped together. So now I'm going to put that into a new window. center it. So I'm going to export this to the drive. I like to label all my folders. Seat mount front, replace it, hit export. I actually made an adjustment to it. I already built one on the bike, but I wanted to move the holes back a little bit just to tighten up the gap on the seat post. So just like that, it's on the drive. Bring that over to the plasma cutter. That's the old file. I actually moved the holes back a little bit. And select the same name. You see here the holes are actually back the way I wanted them. Always double check that. Alrighty. So all we're doing is we're telling the program where the cut's actually going to be. We have a lead in and then the actual cut, and it does know to have the offset, so when it does cut your hole it comes out to spec. So now we're going to post process that. We have an additional folder that's actually named the same with a different file format. We go back to our actual software here and re-import the one that's updated. See how the holes move down right here again. Make sure that's correct. All the materials look correct. So I'm gonna jog the torch. We're gonna zero all. So now our torch is zeroed for that location on the metal. And we're just gonna hit run. There it is, guys. Now just do that about 100 times when you're building the trike. Can't tell you how many revisions we make on our files till everything's perfect. So now we grind it off, deslag it, get it cleaned up, get it ready to weld on the bike. So now you can actually see the old one and the new one. So I'm gonna pop that off. I only tack welded it in 2 spots. Put the new one back in, and that's gonna bring this whole post back about 1/4 inch. There it is, guys. That's the seat we're actually gonna be running on this machine. SDG actually makes a decent seat. They're about half the price of OEM, and I honestly like the foam a lot better. The seat pan is almost an exact copy. So I double checked fitment between this one and the Honda seat. Everything fits nice. Slips into the holders real nice. Seat's nice and tight. You can see we actually make our own seat mounting post. We're just using the OEM style latch from Honda. Just simply pop your seat off like normal. There it is, guys. In the next video, we'll do the final assembly after all this stuff's powder coated. We'll also get the graphics kit design. I'll show you about the printing process. We do have a print shop in-house, so I'll video some of that. We'll also, we're debating on putting some Nerf bars on here. We do have a set, so we'll see how it turns out. I'm gonna build some pegs and then get those installed depending on how they fit. But other than that, this thing's looking pretty kick-ass. If you guys like our videos, you like what we're doing, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Appreciate all the support, guys.